All right, so following their good win yesterday, the A's were unable to win the final game against the Rangers in this series. So the A's lose yet another series. They lost to the Rangers 5-2 in this game, and it's unfortunate because the A's, aside from like one inning, were pretty solid in this game, at least defensively and bullpen wise. They had a very poor first inning, and it's unfortunate because All-Star Paul Blackburn was on the mound, and he allowed 5 runs in that first inning. So the A's really were off to a bad start, but from then on out, they played pretty good defensively and pitching wise. So yeah, in the bottom of the first, Corey Seager got an RBI single, guy on first, and he drove one to right field, bringing in that runner, and that made it 1-0 Rangers. Then Taveras, who has been a monster all series, really just getting most of their runs and whatnot, and getting good hits, got a 2-run single in the bottom of the first, bases loaded. He brings in 2, and that makes it 3-0 Rangers. Following that, Brad Miller got a 2-run single, and that sort of capped off that really good inning. Poor defense by the A's. Laureano sort of dove early, and they couldn't get the out. It made it 5-0 Rangers. The A's, really couldn't hit well off John Gray. John Gray had a very good start in this game. He was carrying a presence through the 7th inning and whatnot, and the A's eventually would score. But before that, John Gray became the second Ranger to toss at least 7 shutout innings with 1 or 0 hits, no walks, and 9 strikeouts. And that was the first since Yu Darvish in 2013. So he had a very good start. And that's kind of an interesting statistic. Sky Bolt got a solo home run. You don't hear that too often. Sky Bolt, good for him. I mean, I think he's gotten better. I think he gets a lot of hate because he's been on this team sort of for no reason. He hasn't been that good, but he's been getting hits lately. And so he got a solo homer. Good for him. And that made it 5-1 Rangers. And then Ramon Laureano got a solo homer. It's unfortunate because, had the A's maybe had some guys on base, maybe they would have been able to make this game even closer. But yeah, Ramon's home run was good. It was to straightaway center field, and that made it 5-2. But the A's, there was 2 outs at that point, so the A's just didn't really have an answer. But they did have the tying run at the plate. It was Stephen Vogt, and Garrett Richards, got out of it. So yeah, that pretty much did it. And that was the 60th A's loss of the year. So, they're sort of on pace to have lost, 2/3 of their games. They're on that right now. They're 30-60. So not very good. So yeah, we lost to the Rangers. We lost the series, and we're going to play the Astros, a team we saw just a couple games ago at this point, for a 3-game series, and then we'll finally head back home. But before then, we're going to have to, face the very good Houston Astros. So that hopefully, we'll get a win out of that. But the A's not looking good. It's 30-60, and 5-2 loss to the Rangers today. I mean, you got to give the A's bullpen credit. It did, what it needed to do. But Blackburn kind of struggled, and Blackburn, he did have 6 innings pitched, and that wasn't bad. And I say the A's bullpen was good. There's only one bullpen pitcher, and that was Domingo Tapia, and he actually did pretty good. 2 innings, 1 strikeout, 1 hit allowed. The Rangers just had very good pitching. 1 hit allowed by John Gray in 7 innings, and no earned runs. The only earned runs was by Leclerc, and so that was pretty much it. And the A's fall once again. And it's unfortunate, like I said, because we were coming off a good win, and, our pitching in that game wasn't great, so I thought maybe we'd be able to do it. But I think it's kind of clear that Kotze didn't want to use too many bullpen arms. I mean, I don't blame him. We're trying to preserve guys. But Blackburn, I mean, he's an all-star. I don't expect him usually to give up 5 runs in the first inning. But we'll see what happens in his future starts. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it. Let me know your guys' thoughts. I'll see you guys later. And yeah, go A's.